Good morning, guys. Good morning. Once again, welcome to South Africa Lately, a channel that discusses South African trending news. We do, however, grab here and there from international news when it is trending enough to be brought here. Please do understand that I'm not a politician. I do not have deep knowledge in politics. However, I am a South African citizen who is also a voter, sorry, guys. And I do believe that my views count when it comes to political affairs of our beautiful country. So, you know, it is pouring, it is raining on Dr. Nobuhle Nkabane. Yo, Sana, You see, this is why I don't get excited when they appoint women to these positions. When you give women such positions, you need to protect them with the law, protect them with a country that is functional, because at the end of the day, we live in a country that is so violently charged and corruption is high. I'll tell you where I'm going with that. I'm not saying Dr. Nobuhle Nkabane is not corrupt. I'm not saying she's not involved in any corrupt things that are happening within our government. But let us read this. I'll come with my commentary later on. According to this article on The Citizen, it says a whistleblower stated that she has submitted document evidence of tender rigging, but her efforts are being ignored. Fresh accusations of mismanagement have been made against Minister of Higher Education and Training Nobuhle Nkabane. The minister was this week accused of ignoring claims of corruption at the Construction Education and Training Authority SETA, despite documented evidence submitted by a whistleblower. This adds to Nkabane's shaky tenure as a minister after she was accused of lying to Parliament about Sector Education and Training Authority SETA appointments. Tender accusations. Nkabane is being accused of covering for SETA CEO LUCEY, who a former employee believes is involved in tender rigging. See what I'm saying now? Let's just go back to this. Nkabane is being accused of covering for SETA CEO LUCEY, who a former employee believes is involved in tender rigging. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is not Dr. Nobuhle Nkabane's criminal activity or maybe corruption. It's somebody else's corruption, but she is there now being accused of protecting him, whether she's doing that or not. But let's just say she is doing that. So how much can a woman in her position act against such people when we are living in a South Africa that has so much mafia activities? We know we have your corruption, your construction mafia, whatever mafia. I just feel like we have mafias of everything. So now, how much can she do? Because the country is a mess. There are no systems that protect anybody that is in the top leadership in South Africa, whether you're a top executive or whoever. Even at a very lower level, we are still at a risk. Talk less a woman in such a position. Now, let's continue reading. Tumisho Mputi turned whistleblower after she was suspended from her senior supply chain management position at SETA 2 years ago. Guys, do you understand this? Mputi stated that she had flagged tender irregularities with Nkabane's office, the SETA board, and a parliamentary portfolio committee, but no action has been taken. So if you have noticed, the ANC functions as a collective. Even with corruption, they function as a collective. So an individual almost is an impossible position to hold anybody accountable. Because if you see now, the problems that Dr. Nobuhle Nkabane is facing involve so many people that come from the ANC. You know, the names that have been mentioned for the names that are in the advisory panel are mostly from the ANC, which is why she is on hot water like this now. So when you look at this whole thing, her hands are tied. As much as she is in this position, I'm not condoning what is happening. But what I'm saying is, she's about to be thrown under the bus. She's about to be thrown under the bus. Okay, let us continue reading. And this person is saying, I have constantly been failed, and it did not make sense to me why these allegations, why which are backed up with documentary evidence, are being ignored, Mputi told Sunday Times. Her documents allegedly show that multi-million rand tenders were granted to companies that did not submit bids. You see, that is why some of us just chose to stay away from tenders. We also stayed away from trying to get funding, because at the end of the day, these don't fund anybody. You know, in South Africa, they say that your youthful age ends at 35. Then you struggle before 35, and before you know, it happens like this. So once you turn 20, 21, I'm talking less if you turn 25. By the time you look, you're 30, soon you're 35, and you don't qualify. Having struggled through, they don't fund nobody they don't know. Oh my goodness. Yeah. South Africa. Anyway, her documents allegedly show a multi-million rand tenders were granted to companies that did not submit bids. After raising her concerns, Mputi was suspended and accused of 43 instances of misconduct. Do you see? All of this is not Dr. Nobuhle Nkabane's corruption. Hey, guys. If I am guilty, why has it been 2 years since my suspension and they have not produced any evidence of any wrongdoing? Does that make sense? Bemused, Mputi said. So when you look at this person must be commended, because in South Africa, you are even scared to fight for what is right, because fighting for what is right might also be costly to your own life. We end up having zombies in these offices, in these departments, people who know what's supposed to happen, and it's just not happening because they are not about to do it to the detriment of their own family's safety, to understand. So now, in May, Nkabane was accused of giving ANC chairperson Gwede Mantashe's son special preference in appointing him to a state board position. Now, do you think Dr. Nobuhle Nkabane would, on her own, choose Dr. Gwede Mantashe's son? I highly doubt. I seriously highly doubt. So now this gives an energy of a minister who is like a puppet on a string like that, who is being used. Is she the only one? That's a question that I have. And you see, the ANC, let me tell you today, I'm a member of the ANC. I'm just disgruntled. Hey guys, I want to be South Africa. So you ask yourself, how many of such people, of such ministers do we have? And this ANC of doing things as a collective, everything as a collective, we end up having a group of people that protect one another, and at the expense of the country and service delivery and the progress of the people of South Africa, right? The minister denied any political favoritism, but decided to reopen the process with the recommendation window closing on 13 June. No candidate was given any preference or suffered any prejudice due to political affiliation or association with any political party, Nkabane stated during a portfolio committee setting. In early June, Nkabane was rebuked for appearing to chew bubblegum during portfolio committee meeting, offering an explanation following backlash. But I still think that was food, hey? I don't think that was bubblegum, but I stand corrected. Yo guys, ibhlungu into Dr. Nobuhle, I don't want to lie, because I just feel like she's the front of many things that are happening behind, and she has no control over that, and she's about to take the fall. The chair gave members permission to eat while proceedings continued. I was present, committed to answering questions, Nkabane later stated on X. Hey guys, so I think this is it. That is where the article is ending. But what I'm saying, what I'm trying to highlight with this, we are a country that is saying it gives opportunity to women, and they put women in these positions. Like now we have ministers, like your Dr. Nobuhle Nkabane. So when you're looking at her like that, she's functioning in a position without protection, because our justice system is messed up and the country is messed up. We are a mafia state at this rate, even with the GNU. I don't know whether it is better or it's getting worse. I don't know. So when you put women in such position, knowing very well the risk you are putting them on in a country like this, And to top it all, there is this corruption, even with the leadership. So what are you expecting? I just feel like Dr. Nobuhle Nkabane is going to be thrown under the bus for the things that ordinarily she wouldn't do. Ordinarily, she wouldn't be involved in. If South Africa was functioning very well, we would have a minister who is a woman who is doing extremely well. Extremely well. Extremely well. I must say, I know her way back, and she's a very smart girl. She is a smart girl. So just I don't think she even remembers me, hey? I don't think she remembers me, but she is a very smart girl. It is so sad that even the intelligent people are put in this position of being corrupt. And anyway, guys, if you watched up to here, that's all that I wanted to say with you. Thank you for staying with me up to this point, and the next time you bump into my videos, kindly watch my ads in full, as that support really goes a long way. Do have yourself a gorgeous day.